Senator Udoma, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
Let's begin with an explanation of the recently launched initiative, the Malaysian-style focus laboratories. What is it all about?
You'll recall that last year, the President launched the Economic Recovery and Growth Plan. Now, the thrust of that plan is to increase the productivity of Nigeria and Nigerians. And so a lot of initiatives are being rolled out to achieve this, one of which is this Focus Labs. The Focus Labs basically brings together investors, people who might be interested in Nigeria or who are already invested in Nigeria, who may need to expand their investment in Nigeria. And they bring them together and then they meet with all the relevant officials of government, including the ministers, the state governments. Everybody is in the same location. And then we identify whatever is hindering or slowing down the investment, and we remove those bottlenecks. And at the end of it, MOUs will be signed. So both sides will have commitments. The investors' commitments to invest, the government commitments to remove the bottlenecks.
You see, this is supposed to generally improve the nation's manufacture sector, agriculture, and I think about 3 major sectors you mentioned.
Yes, the 3 areas that we're starting with. Yes. We're just starting with that, but we'll go into others. We're starting with agriculture and transportation. That will be 1 lab. Then we'll do another lab in manufacturing and processing, which it will include mines and minerals. And then the 3rd one will be power and gas.
Why did you begin with these 3?
We started with these 3 because those are the execution priorities of the Economic Recovery and Growth Plan. If you recall, there are 5 execution priorities: stabilizing the macroeconomic environment, agriculture and food security, transportation, manufacturing, and energy. So those are our priorities. But then after we finish this, we will continue. We will do others. We'll do entertainment. We'll do sports. We'll do education. We'll do health. Because we will do, ultimately, everything in that ERGP. You know, we will subject them, we will expose them to the lab process.
You see, we hear a lot about ERGP, the Economic Recovery and Growth Plan, and how it's supposed to help boost the economy, how it's supposed to help drive growth, improve, sectors in various ways, more than one. But exactly how will these labs help to fast-track this sort of growth we need?
You see, basically, this economy needs investment. And the level of government investment is limited. It's limited by the taxes, it's limited by oil. So we need private sector investment, which is unlimited. And so basically, one of the things that we're doing, we're trying to create the enabling environment. We have the Presidential Committee on Ease of Doing Business, which has moved Nigeria down 24 places in the World Bank ranking of ease of doing business. So all the things that we're doing, we're trying to make Nigeria an easier place to do business, trying to promote investment, raise the productivity, and create jobs.
You see, when you mention Malaysian-styled focus labs, it gives us the impression that we're trying, of course, we always try to, you know, grow more than what we have and then maybe copy other countries. But did you put into consideration issues, major issues, challenges such as infrastructure, such as even power, and so many other issues that are bedeviling Nigeria right now?
Yes, it's all part of the Economic Recovery and Growth Plan. The labs are only one aspect. There are so many other things that we're doing. We have a power sector recovery program. We have an infrastructure plan, rolling out the railways, the roads. So there are many, many things, and they're all interrelated. But we have to do all of them. And so basically the plan is a multifaceted plan. The labs is only one aspect.
When you say we have to do all of them,
yes.
I'm wondering, how do you intend to tackle these major issues? And how long do we begin to see, you know, tangible, significant difference?
We're already seeing the differences.
In what ways?
But when we rolled out the ERGP, we were in a recession. Since the ERGP was rolled out, we've moved out of the recession. Confidence has come back. Capital importation into the country in 2016 was about $5 billion. 2017, it had moved up to $12 billion. So confidence is coming back. You can also see that in the level of our foreign reserves. It's gone up from about 23 billion in September 2016. It's now about 43 billion US dollars. So you can already see that even just announcing the plan and beginning to implement the plan, we're already seeing results. However, we have a long way to go. And we continue to work very, very hard because the NBS numbers in the fourth quarter showed a growth of 1.94%. But that's only for the quarter. By the time you look at the whole year, we grew at less than 1%. The population is growing at almost 3%. So we have to work much, much harder so that we can get this economy growing at 3.5% by the end of this year and 7% by 2020. So a lot of work has to be done. But we're encouraged by the results that we are seeing. When you do something and you see the tangible results, that encourages you to work even harder.
What are those tangible results? The
results I just indicated. The fact that we're out of recession. The fact that we're now growing again. Those are tangible results. One of the things that we did, part of the ERGP, was wanted to reflate the economy. So we increased the capital spend. And we from 2016, we've always devoted at least 30% of the budget to capital. And in the 2017 budget, we released more than 1.2 trillion in the 2017 budget so far. In the 2016 budget, it was the same sort of figure. And these have been used in construction and other areas, such that in the last quarter of 2017, for the first time for a number of years, construction turned positive. It was about 4%. So this is the impact of the measures that government is taking. But we're not resting on our oars. We're moving in the right direction. But we know that we have so much more work to do for Nigerians to begin to feel the full impact of what we are doing. Because as I said, 1% growth is far too small. And for Nigerians to begin to feel the impact, we must be growing at least more than the population growth rate.
You see, the International Monetary Fund even observed, that in spite of the economic growth, it did not impact so much on the non-oil sector. How are you intending to go about this? Because, that is where we intend to diversify into.
Well, the non-oil sector is also growing. We grew at the last quarter at 1.45%, which is the highest growth since 2015. So you can see that the non-oil is also growing. Is it growing fast enough? No, it's not. 1.45% is still too low. But the direction of movement is positive. As I said, we just have to keep on doing the things that we're doing. We're getting the right policies. We're putting them in place. We just have to keep on at it.
By 2019, where would these focus labs have taken Nigerians to, or Nigeria to?
Oh, certainly very far, because when we get more investment coming in, and we should see more investment, so we should see more productivity in the Nigerian economy. But you will recall that the Economic Recovery and Growth Plan, there was extensive consultation. We consulted the National Assembly. We consulted the states. We consulted the private sector. We consulted our development partners, even the IMF and the World Bank. And so it is a plan that all Nigerians are on board. And there's no politics in this plan. This is a Nigerian plan to get Nigeria growing again.
Managed by outsiders?
No, it's not. There's nothing managed by outsiders in this plan, nothing whatsoever. The plan is being managed totally by Nigerians. We have an ERGP implementation team, which we recruited and is operating from this office. Everything that we do ourselves.
Well, very well. Thank you, Senator Udoma, for the information, and we actually keep our fingers crossed on the outcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Well, thank you for your mails and tweets as always. Keep sending in your views and comments using the email address and Twitter handle on your screen. Also, be sure to share anything happening within your locality. Now, don't you forget, you can view the program on youtube.com/channelsweb/videos. Thank you for watching this week. I'm Gloria Umezuki. See you again.